quiet where we film this. Stand by. Ready. Action!
40 tons of steel are rolling right along with the cameras as director Arthur Hiller puts comedy on a collision course with mystery.
Why are we going so fast?
Because there's no one driving this train.
The big question is, will the Silver Streak stop in Chicago?
Cut. Hold it. Good shot.
It's a film very much in the genre of North by Northwest. The role of George Caldwell, had it been made 30 years ago, would have required Cary Grant. Strangely enough, I felt, and my associates felt, that Gene has Cary Grant quality.
What do you publish?
Oh, mostly nonfiction, gardening, how-to-do-it books.
It's very interesting. Are you married?
Divorced.
He is a lovable man. He is full of humor. He's naturally witty.
Well, I loved the script. It was the first script in 2 years that I wanted to do. In particular, I guess I've always wanted to be Cary Grant, apart from wanting to be Errol Flynn. I've discussed that with some other people at another time. But it wasn't, I don't mean that I wanted to be Cary Grant, but I wanted to be one of the characters that Cary Grant used to play. I wanted to be Cary Grant in North by Northwest.
On this film, Arthur Hiller is happily reunited with the man he collaborated with once before on the record-breaking success of Love Story, executive producer Frank Yablans.
Go with him, and then we'll cut back here. There's your shells. What does he want me to do with this? So then we would come back here. Everything starts with the director, and then it emanates out. Just a little bit. If it ever... Yeah. Well, Arthur is very different from all of the other directors I've worked for because, number one, the most important to me, he knows that tension is the enemy of actors and relaxation is their friend. And if he can make the actors feel comfortable, relaxed, that they're doing what they want to do, he'll get a better picture.
We're ready now if you want to shoot that. Ready, action!
Damn it! Would you please tell me what the hell we're doing here and what you want from me?
You are George Caldwell?
Yes, I'm George Caldwell.
I want some information from you, and I want it back. Here. How many men has Devereaux got on the train?
2.
What's his plan after they get to Chicago?
He's not going to Chicago. He's getting off at the stop before, at Rockdale.
I was afraid of that. Now have Bronsky bring his men up in choppers from the south. Caldwell, you come with us. Stewart, what do you want to do?
This has been a nerve-shattering experience for me, sir. I'd like to go home.
Boys, take him anywhere he wants to go.
Are you all right?
It's a romantic adventure comedy about a man named George, played by Gene Wilder, who was just an everyday guy and decides to take a train ride from Los Angeles to Chicago, contemporary 1976, only because he's never had time to think and he thinks this would be a good time.
I just want to be bored.
But on the train he meets the girl, the bad guy, the Rembrandt papers, the dead body floating past the window,
I don't believe it.
thrown off the train.
Seduction scene, but I get to do the seducing of Gene. It's very funny because it's all, we're talking about something that's not going on, about gardening.
One tip is always be nasty to nasturtiums.
Is that so?
I love that.
I like it rough.
The rougher, the better.
Great. And it's a very good metaphor for what's going on.
There was one particular scene in which, in order to get back on the train, Wilder must disguise himself, since he's wanted erroneously by the police for shooting an FBI man.
Go get the tickets and it's goodbye, George.
What are you talking about? That's my driver's license picture. I hate that picture.
Yeah? Why don't you just shuffle right over there and tell them about it?
Are they the police?
No, they're from Traveler's Aid.
Well, how are we going to get on the train?
That's a good question.
And the only way it can be accomplished is for Pryor to get Wilder to pose as a black man.
And it was when I knew that Richie Pryor was going to be playing Grover, my pal in the film, that I knew that it would be okay because he teaches me to be black. And I'm not supposed to be that good at it at the beginning. That's going to be tough, you know, not to be good at it. I'm very good at everything I do, especially at 6:30 in the morning. I consider him to be one of the few brilliant comics that I've ever seen anywhere in the world. I don't mean good. Good is something else. I mean brilliant.
It's an extraordinary experience. There was true love between these two fellows, on and off the camera.
I can't pass for black. Who you telling? I didn't say I was gonna make you black. I said I was gonna get you on the train. Now we got to make them cops think you're black.
It'll never work. Never.
What, are you afraid it won't come off?
Oh, that's a good joke. That's humorous. Like that. May I speak?
Yeah.
This is crazy! It'll never work, don't you understand?
Are you kidding? Look at that. Al Jolson made $1 million looking like that. Now here, you try it. There you go. All right, ace of deuce. That's bad, man. You're looking good. Now, here, take this radio. When you step out of here, you gotta step out of here like you bad. Put that radio to your ear. That's gonna help cover your face, right? And just move with the rhythm of the music. Move your body with the rhythm of the music. That's all you gotta remember, okay? Come on, George. Come on. Loosen up. Listen to the beat. Let your feet move. Now do it. Can't you feel it? The tempo's right here. Right in there. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, now try it. Don't you feel it? Yeah. Needs work, George. Needs a lot of work. You know that.
For the actors, the original screenplay by Colin Higgins combines their special brand of comedy with lots of physical action and fast-paced adventure, highlighted by a furious gun battle.
Had a lot of the elements that I look for in my kind of comedy because it's a mystery thriller, but it also has the romance and it has the adventure. So I got the best of about 4 worlds.
A romantic story, an adventure story with Gene and Richard Pryor, and subtle comedy, and adventure and terror and murders and everything, you know. It really has everything.
And it's a lot of warm feeling up here. The crew, the people, that makes it easy when you work. But I've always liked trains, small ones, that you have in your living room. I don't particularly care for big trains because you can't see where they're going when you're on them.
On location, the crew is getting the big locomotive ready for the last leg of its journey, a headlong dash toward a truly spectacular climax.
Action!
As they say on the Silver Streak, the fun really starts when we hit Chicago.